So guys, welcome back to yet another week. This is going to be session 4 of our D&D campaign, Princes of the Apocalypse. And, well, does anybody need a refresher? What happened last week? Okay,
well, I know we followed a magical trail from the quarry that was only the tiniest of chances that Lisanne could have found it, but she did. And we followed it back looking for its source, and we ended up at Mother Whatever's boarding house where we got attacked by a bunch of guys. That was unexpected.
This is true, yeah.
Big poopy
right
jerk
in
faces.
town. What was that, Quill?
Big poopy jerk faces. It's a
Yeah.
technical word.
Although, you know, they were like, you know, they were just chilling. You guys, you know, started trying to break into their area. I don't know. They could have been in the right. You could have been in the wrong. I don't know.
We came near their building,
Yeah.
and 6 of them started charging and shooting arrows.
I'm just trying to make you feel bad. All right. Here's the thing.
No,
it's not working, is it? No. Okay.
No.
Here's the thing. Outside of that, if you remember too, there were also like tremors in the ground. There was a lot of things that you guys even talked about with I forget the gentleman's name. One of the workers, anyway, of the quarry.
Yeah, Bob the Quarry Master.
Yeah, and you even talked to the quarry master. And the quarry master, or the owner, I should say, of the quarry. What didn't turn out to be a very forthcoming fellow. Didn't really want to talk to anybody about it, but you sort of said that it seemed like he had good reason for his actions.
I don't think he was actually right, but I don't think that his position was unreasonable. I just don't think that we had a really good excuse to get in his face completely about it and say, "No, you're an idiot. What are you doing?" We didn't have a lot of evidence.
I don't know. My notes for this guy says Alex Cornin, owner of the quarry, big jerkass. That's literally what my notes for this character is.
Yeah, well, that is some evidence against him then.
Well, very good.
Well, he may have thought it would be bad for business. Maybe.
He sells rocks. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, rocks can come in handy. They help build houses and hearths and can murder people. It's like, it's a big helpful thing there. Right.
I'm saying I don't think people are gonna like judge his product.
Right. Yeah, probably not.
Although I suppose if he gets accused of causing earthquakes, and they might want to shut down his quarry.
He only has a few workers, right? I mean, he could try and sell them as artisan rocks.
Handcrafted.
Yeah, locally sourced.
I think that would require a lot of charisma on his part. I don't think he has that much charisma.
Not that we noticed.
No.
Okay, so we're standing here. I'm inside the room. I was like following the archers in there.
Right. Let's take a look. Actually, I'm gonna pan over here. This is what you guys were looking at the last time. This is my really, really quick made-up map because, well, really didn't have time. You guys were not supposed to be here. Okay, I cannot express how much you were not supposed to be here. Right. Anyway, you took some damage.
They were still feeling bad about
Yeah,
that.
I'm outside bleeding.
You're outside. Yeah, you were bleeding rather profusely.
So
there.
the fight was over.
We're leaving all kinds of evidence here, mostly
We
red.
were supposed to get you all healed and stuff between times. I guess we didn't do that, huh? Okay.
Well, we didn't necessarily have that much time because the combat had ended, but the situation was ongoing. That like I'm standing in somebody else's room, you guys are out there injured, and you don't know what else might happen.
But if you have a band-aid, though, I would really appreciate that.
I have a big band-aid. It's like awesome. Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Get
all right,
Bells to do some triage for you.
There you go, Bells. Triage, puppy. She's running along with the keg under here going, you won't get well. You'll be so drunk you won't care. It'll be fine. So I need this one. So what's that going to be? I'm in the wrong place here.
That looks like 11.
That's 11 hit points for Cow.
Yeah, that's some pretty good healing.
I'm going to go back to Dice Window.
I'm barely hurt. It's not worth using it on me.
Okay.
I'm only down 2 hit points. If I get hurt again more, then it'll be worth it.
Well, I'm down a bunch. Yes. I will have 9 total. Is that right? Is this right? This is the same. I know. We're down. Well, it's what it says. Okay. I have 9 total.
Yeah,
okay.
The heal feed it heals a lot because it's adding your hit dice, and then it's got like plus 4 or something on it.
I know. I'm very excited too.
She has a lot to say.
Okay, so that gets me up. I'm healed again. I'm healed again.
Very good.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, all right, you guys go ahead and put your hit points back where it was. I suppose you could do that. Thank you very much for those follows.
It's good.
So you're back up to full. You're back up to full, and then Erik is not quite back up to full.
No, I'm close though,
Yeah.
and I've got 3 temporary hit points still from the last guy I dropped.
Okay.
Technically, I'm still missing 1 hit point, but hardly matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only like 10% of your health. So,
This is true at this point.
so we got a room full of like dead archers. It seems like I'm starting to feel like slightly remorseful for having like taken him out so quickly, but they were shooting at us and like
There is that. Yeah.
overreact a little bit.
And if I remember correctly, didn't you throw something at one? You threw a shovel.
Yeah, no, I'm finding. Yeah, I was
Who
just
throws
looking
a
around.
shovel?
It's like, hey, there's shovel.
You threw a shovel.
Pick up the spade. I threw a flaming shovel at someone in the
It
window.
just
It
seemed
didn't
to
do
like
that
the
much.
friction of the
kinda
air
sad.
made it catch fire.
Yeah, I just threw it that hard, like orbital velocity.
All right. Well, it's been about 6 seconds, specifically, since the last person fell. Like it has been no time at all. Last person just went and just died. And now,
So I want to take a look around the room and see what's actually in here.
yes, absolutely. You guys can check the bodies outside. The sun and Tal, you can check the bodies outside. And Erik, if you want, since you're already basically inside, you can move around and check the bodies there.
I'll check this one I'm in front of.
Do some
and move
investigation rules, if you will.
I was just saying, yeah, I'll do the ones outside and then pop inside as well, and we should all roll that.
Do.
Yeah, not horrible.
Skills investigation.
You got 11.
14.
Well, I think Tao at this point is basically just admiring her work on the two that had died to her hand.
It's like, wow, that's a lot more eviscerated than I thought here.
Wow, it was really, really, really good work, I suppose. You're getting the hang of it. Your wrist is getting stronger. Back to it. So it's not just making pies anymore. It's making dyes.
Yeah, it's like falling off. It's like falling off a bike. You never quite forget that like eviscerating motion.
Right.
That's right. Now, if I was a bread baker, I think my strength would still be there from kneading. But you don't want to over-knead pie dough because it creates too much of a long gluten strand. You want to keep those pie doughs short so they're nice and crumbly. So, yeah, you don't get the same workout.
Very good.
I only need finished pie.
It's true.
All right. So anyway, I will say that both Sun and Erik, there's something really, really evident to both of you as you're sorting to move these bodies around so you can get a better look at them. First of all, in terms of their nature, they're all human. Every single one of them are just normal Tetherian human. But interestingly enough, their garb, the stuff that they're wearing, they have a sort of symbol on it. And if you were to remember, and I just say that actually, you probably need to roll for that. Do an insight check.
Does it look familiar? Does it look like that symbol we saw in the cave?
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, okay.
That
It's
was
not really
only
been that
earlier
long. So you know what? You don't really need an insight check. We'll call it fine. We're just going to waive the insight check. It is.
I mean, we literally brought it up.
It is indeed one of the symbols, if you can remember in your mind's eye, because it's been not too long ago, and it's sort of imprinted.
Yeah.
It was earlier today, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Earlier today.
Yeah.
For our characters, yeah.
Yeah.
So you recognize the
So
symbol.
there were 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you don't
One of the
recognize
ones
what
that was
symbol
around
is
the Eye of
responsible
Sauron.
for. You don't remember. You don't know what, but you recognize the symbol, and all 6 of them have it.
Is it the full symbol or is it just the Elder Eye component?
It's not even the Elder Eye component. It's one of the components, not the Elder Eye.
It's one of the,
It's
Oh,
one
it's
of
one of
the
the
elemental
elementals.
components.
Is it the
Right.
Earth symbol?
just a
Is it the
wild
Earth
I
guess.
symbol?
suppose you guys would know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it is the Earth symbol.
Awesome.
Well, they figured out earlier they were elemental symbols, so I'm guessing they knew which ones were which. I don't know. But
Yeah.
so that's on their clothes. It's not like tattooed or something.
Yeah, it's on their clothes. It's on their garb. It's sort of like
Okay,
embroidered, if you will.
sure.
So does this mean there's just not like... Because I was assuming there was an elemental cult that was causing problems.
Right.
Now are we going to run into like 4 different or 5 different sort of elemental cults?
Or branches of one doing specific jobs.
Or that?
Could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want them to be 1 or if I want them to be 4 competing ones, and I have no idea what's better for us.
I think competing would be better.
I assume, yeah.
Well, I mean,
United Front.
I would say make a. Actually, you know what? Here's where you do the insight roll. Do the insight roll. Everybody, do an insight roll. It's going to be a combined DC there.
Where's my?
Where's my? I can't. Where's my thing? Did it go?
Yeah, yours went. You can
Okay.
see the chat log.
Oh, it's in the
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, I rolled the wrong skill.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, much more accurate.
Kiss.
Right.
6.
Well, at this particular point, I dare say the group as a whole doesn't know much about the elements in this regard. But I will say that Tao, you've come across something of this nature enough times to know that the elements don't always get along, but you're not sure in which way they don't get along. You just know that, yeah, some of the elements, they just don't get along with each other. And also, to your knowledge, sometimes they do get along, right? So there's probably some sort of power play between the 2 of them, if you will, or the 4 of them in some way, but unfortunately you guys don't know enough about it to figure that out.
Yeah, makes sense. Water, earth work together, make mud, whatever. So, anyhow.
Very good.
So what's the room like other than the dead guys that we deaded?
What was that, sorry?
We did it.
What's the room like other than the dead guys that we deaded? It's a boarding house room, but like, is there any stuff in here? The door locked? That's one thing I want to check.
There's not really a lot in the room specifically, as the boarding house usually is. There's just it's very plain inside. There's mainly just lodging and a place where you could find like sacks, like ready-made sacks of sorts that was made for carrying, for travel, I should say. Sort of like strewn about in different places, and actually 3 sacks, or it seems like some are just left open, like sort of like crazily.
Yeah.
And 3 of them in 3 different, like right next to each other. Even the beds, immaculately made. Everything seems really, really, really. What's the word I'm looking for? Just pristine in some way. Like,
yeah,
nobody was either staying there or, you know,
or military discipline
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So do these guys have any money or what weapons?
Yeah, we're checking the bodies outside. Do we find anything else other than this embroidery?
Honestly, that's it. You guys, you find there is nothing else that is remotely even helpful to you guys.
Hey, Scotty.
No books, no journals, no notes or letters.
Nothing. There is nothing there. It's you know, these guys are...
And not in the room either.
Nothing. Not a single thing.
Just these
scrap
sacks.
of anything.
Bunch of random thugs, not big on literacy, I guess.
So we found tracks that only led from this house to the quarry. We actually followed them backwards.
Yes, exactly.
And at the quarry, there had been these bodies or something appeared that didn't move. There was just like statues every night.
Yep.
And then they would disappear. And we started having these earthquakes.
Yep.
No barking.
Basically.
And they have an earth symbol on them.
Yes. Interesting, that.
Well, if you're saying there's nothing else in the room, these sacks have nothing in them?
Well, no, sorry. There's things inside. I mean, you guys can loot some extra food rations, if you will.
Yeah, they were just made up for traveling, it sounded like.
But there's nothing really in the way. I mean, I guess if you were to loot everything that they have in their bags, and in fact, if you loot their weapons, you can easily sell them in town.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and say that you guys get... just roll for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're asking what's in there, so tell us what's in there, and then we'll take whatever's there.
Or you just keep it and tell us how much money we get for hauling it back.
We just clicked take all. He's doing the calculation.
Yeah. Basically, just doing that, because there's really nothing of value. You guys wouldn't want to carry this around forever.
I've got my auto loot button on, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. So, divided amongst the 3 of you, each of you will get... Let me do the math real fast. Each of you will get 10 gold.
Okay.
The sacks have nothing important either. They were just like random travel bags.
Yeah, they're just travel supplies.
Yeah.
Then we should beat it before the fuzz show up.
Yeah, and in fact, I dare say that nobody is coming into the room from the house, but Erik can easily tell that people are running. They're not checking the room; they're not coming in, but people are running down the hallway. Two people, in fact, were screaming. They have just left. You hear the front side of the building sort of like shudder as the door is being slammed. Like people are leaving. They don't know what it was, but they're not going to come check it out either.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll get out of here then. I'll grab the shovel and then stuff some other stuff in my pack and then get going.
Okay.
Actually, I probably have to take an armload of stuff and bring it back out because I'm supposed to be dropping my pack before I fight, so I'm not encumbered.
Okay, very good.
Just toss stuff out the window, like the bags. We'll grab them and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go to the quarry.
Okay, you guys going back to the quarry then?
Yeah, I think we explored this route. I think it made the most sense to explore this one first, but we didn't turn up anything useful particularly. So yeah. Okay. Unless somebody shows up to mess with us, I think we'd head back there and now go check out the quarry like you guys wanted.
Yeah, and follow the tracks in the opposite direction. Rather than find the source, we want to find the destination.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, it won't take you very long. The quarry's not very far from here, so you're going to take your strides back right to the quarry. And I will need at this point another stealth check.
Oh, good.
Another stealth check. Oh, well, Tao is definitely
I have a 27.
Ooh, all right, so.
I have disadvantage, right? So, no, okay. We stick with the H.
Erik and I just tripped over each other in the dark. It's fine.
Yeah.
But as always, when we're doing stealthy things, I still think our standard will be something like Tao goes a little bit to the left, and the sun goes a little bit to the right, and Erik sort of stays a little back in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. Well, very good then. But as Tao, you reach the edge of the quarry to look in again, and you'll notice quite quickly that the workers down there, they're just kind of tinking away. They're just still doing their work. Everything's going on fine. Lisan, as you approach the quarry, you see this as well. However, unfortunately, you didn't expect the Earth to be. That's a donation. Hello, and thank you for that donation, Convincia, with $25.88. But yeah, you notice that, or you don't notice in time that the Earth is soft there, and you step. And it goes just a little bit. You're fine. You don't go down with it. You're well above reflex saves right now. But because of that action, the workers look up. They see you. They're leaving. They're just running. They're scrambling. They're here. They say, and they're running.
We're the creepy people.
They think we're the bad guys. Yeah.
They're out of here. They're leaving. They dropped their tools where they stood, and they're just scrambling out of the quarry as fast as they certainly can.
So if the boss shows up now, he's going to really be upset because we just killed his production line for the night.
Basically. Okay. You don't want to meet up with that guy. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy.
No, we don't. No.
Lisan, can you follow the destination of these tracks?
Yes, we're tracking. Let's go. Tracky. Doing all the magic things.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Well, as far as you can do the a survival check. I can do that.
Survival, nature. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff.
Because it's going to be really difficult. Yeah,
18.
okay. It's going to be really difficult in this area. Now, the tracks that you did uncover that were sort of magical, they led up to the quarry here, as you noticed. Those are the same tracks that you followed backwards to.
Yeah.
To defeat those Earth people.
Yeah.
But anyway, going forward, you see along the stone a little bit of like the rise dust, like the dirt on the stone. But unfortunately, it's too faint. It's getting too faint. You don't really see exactly where they go from here. That you can tell that it does go down into the quarry some length, but after about 10 feet.
They go down into the quarry. They don't stay on the top rim where these people were seen.
No.
So we will head down into the quarry.
Interestingly enough, actually, where you guys are certainly standing, it's important to note that there is a sheer drop there of about 20 feet. But that is, that's where you could see. You got good vision, right? So the dirt that's
Yes,
down there,
I can see
the
it.
freshest of the dirt, or the tallest amount, the tallest rise of dirt on the stone down below is right down below at 20 feet. But then you see it going off a little bit to the northeast area, but then it just sort of like fades out and you can't see anymore. So it just lost enough of the dirt where it doesn't show up anymore for you. You can't see it.
But the tracks go down this, like you're saying, steep. I mean, we can slide down.
Like it sounds like they drop down 20 feet and then continue on from there.
They drop down 20 feet. 102 hours, $5 donation. Thank you very much. You guys' generosity, man. Wow, this is
Lovely.
Fantastic. You awesome.
Lovely.
Each and every one of you.
Anyone have reason not to drop down?
Nope.
No, let's go. We have to.
Yep.
Now, 20 feet will be very precarious, I dare say. You can take some damage. However, if you make a successful athletics check, because I can just say because it's not, I say it's a sheer drop off, but I'm going to say it's a little bit of an angle there. You can sort of like manage your way down
Just
carefully.
slide down.
DC 10 is going to be enough, actually. Okay, so that's fine. So you sort of just like, you kind of like just glide, you sort of manage yourself going down back to the wall, or back to the open quarry.
Oh, man, I rolled a 24. Superhero landing.
You could do a 3-point landing. Although if you want to do a 3-point landing, I will have you take 1d4.
No.
Just because it's a superhero landing. It's awful, bad for your joints. All right.
Now I did the tuck and roll landing, or acrobatic athletics.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so get down there and
Jump up in a
do
spring.
another. Try to do some more tracking, just to see if we can. You said we do see them go all off to the northeast.
Yeah. They
right.
the northeast specifically is sort of following the side shelf. It's one of the mini shelves of the quarry area. There's just shelves, and there's the hole, and there's shelves that go around the side where it's pathways.
Okay.
So
we're on one of those.
You're on one of those. The one that you saw from the top, that's where the footprints were, if you will.
Okay.
On the stone.
And we can see what direction they're going in.
You can.
So
for about 10 feet, and then it goes away.
We're on a ledge of sort. I mean, it could be very, very wide, but we're basically on a ledge of sort, so we can go this direction or that direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Or back or down further.
Yeah, and the opposite direction of where their foot path is going, the way it seems like it's going, it sort of wraps around another 20 feet, 25 feet in the opposite direction, goes around the wall there, and it sort of ends in a little small drop off about 5 feet before it hits another path. And
so we're
goes around.
going in this direction.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we have the quarry. It has all these sort of tiers, sort of like stone around the outside where it's been cut. Stone's been cut out, and you can like walk around, and then they get, as you go further in, they're like coming out like steps. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Does it look like at a glance? Can we see any places where it looks like they go into the stone, like where they have like tunnel openings or anything like that?
There are a few shallow tunnel openings. There is specifically, I believe there was 3 that I had marked off. That it goes in, and it doesn't go in far enough. I mean, it's because from the different lanterns that are about the area, it doesn't even go far enough in to where it loses the light of those lanterns. Right? It's just sort of shallow. It's like they found a vein of something and they followed it to there, and then that was it. And they found a vein of something, they followed it, and
they mined out like 8 blocks, and then they like came back out.
There is, however, one particular sort of cavern or alcove, if you will, going off into one, and it seems to have triggered a sort of a what do you call it there?
An event.
An event of some sort. A lot of rocks, cave-in. There it is. There's a cave-in that happened at that point. Some really hefty rocks had fallen in. But yeah, it's just like blah, 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 big boulders of sorts, and doesn't seem to be used at all. There's no activity in that area.
I'd like to investigate all these alcoves, including that one, if possible. I really want to just poke around, make sure there's nothing hidden or secret.
Okay, yeah, just roll 1 investigation check, would be fine.
That'll do. 21?
Yep.
I'm just gonna follow again, keeping a little bit of distance, so I'm not like throwing off their like game, but mostly just looking around. I'm gonna let them do the investigating. I'm gonna mostly keep watch around, try and see if anyone shows up. On the lookout, basically.
Oh, well, I thought it was. It is. Oh, it is right. So we have a crit again. for an investigation roll, the same one that ruined my encounter.
Yes.
Before. All right. Wow.
Broke or made better.
So, right. What happens is that upon a very, very, very keen eye, Lisanne has a keen eye for things.
That elf blood.
Notices in every single alcove, apparently, specifically, there is a trail or a chasing after what looks like perhaps granite, right? There was after the granite, like veins of granite, if you will.
Okay.
So that's whatever. That's boring. But in the cave-in, where the cave-in section was, there is a tiny little hole. In which case, somebody, I don't know, perhaps with low light vision, can look through and perhaps see something on the other side.
Well, what
this
am I
is
seeing?
just like that ceiling trap room again. I rolled like a 20+ investigation.
Yes.
Boy, thank you for that $15
I'm
donation.
starting to see a pattern here, Briarstone. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Damn it.
Okay, so what are we seeing in the little tiny hole?
Okay, well, you
see the point of an arrow.
The point of an arrow. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm afraid of every time I hear this.
You see a cavern on the other side, and it seems like these big boulders that are in the way are stacked in such a way to make them seem like it goes on for a while into the cavern, but in fact, they are just as as thick as a door, if you will, into this particular part of the cavern.
So this
Thank you very much,
landslide.
Pyro Jeb.
This landslide isn't really a landslide. It's just a pile of rocks blocking a doorway.
Yeah, in fact, at this particular point, now that you look through and you can look around, it almost seems like instead of a cave-in, as it was a really nice-looking cave-in, but it seems like these rocks were like hefted, hoisted, placed, hefted, hoisted, placed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you said they're sort of disguising a door. Do we walk around them to find a door, or do we have big, strong Erik here start moving rocks?
Yeah, no, there's no trick to it, it seems, that you can find.
Okay.
And if there was,
Erik.
you would definitely know about it. It's just
Erik.
going to require
Okay.
brawn.
All right, we'll see what I can do. I'm gonna put down my pack next to the thing.
Well,
I guess I gotta take my shield, strap it to my back, so I can use both hands, and then like, okay, just start moving rocks as best I can.
I'm
So,
sure you'll do awesome.
This is going to be fun.
just gonna-
I could probably help.
Now that I think
Little-
about this, this is
smaller
gonna be
ones.
Yeah. So is this just gonna take a while, or are we doing
Little bit.
rolls, or what?
I will say that, well, you know what, if you do a athletics check, DC 18, it will take you
Already-
specifically no longer than 10 minutes.
Nice.
These
I
are
already
big
wasted my
boulders.
24, so it's probably not gonna work. Nope,
You made
19.
DC 19. Okay, so it's going to take you 10 minutes still, even with that, because these are
Nice.
big, and they have been
Yeah,
placed
yeah.
in such a way, but they're big, and you have to, you exerting all this muscle. This is the guy with the bad back, right? But it doesn't matter, but, you know, he's like, speaking of bad backs, right? Okay.
He
Yeah,
has
it's okay.
purple
I
runes.
have huge upper body strength.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're able to move. It takes 10 minutes of
Mostly
exertion
upper
there,
body.
which in 10 minutes, nobody comes to bother you.
Okay, I was about to say,
Yeah.
before you go jump in the gun here, I was going to say I'll keep it, at the ledge
well, I was-
outside, looking
I was
around.
keeping
to see
watch.
what's
If I'm
going on.
lifting now, then you're keeping watch. That's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come in. Yeah, you come
Yeah, I was
haul
gonna
rocks,
say,
and
but it
I'll
wasn't
stand
the
up
moment.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
in fact, at this particular point, I'm not going to have an insight roll for it or anything, but you would really understand at this point that if, in fact, these workers in this quarry were going to scramble again, knowledge or logic would say that they would go and find the nearest guard and say, come back, please. Sometimes, there's something happening in the quarry, something would happen with that. But however, nobody's coming. And the
Not
only
if
thing
they're
you can really
friendly,
think
it's
about
their
is
job.
because, at this particular point, there's dead bodies across the way. So,
Yeah.
That could be tying up the guards. Also, these guys have claimed though they don't want to go to the guards, is what they were saying previously.
yeah.
They don't want to talk
with
to
the shadows and stuff like
They've
that.
already talked
And
to the
their boss
guards a few
fires
times.
them for talking about it. So
Yeah.
there are lots of reasons why help might not be coming.
Yeah.
I actually assumed they wouldn't come back. The one guy who did any talking lost his job, and he was a manager, like in a manager position, right?
I don't think he was a manager. I think
no,
we just
he was
called
just a
him.
worker.
We just named him that.
Okay. All right. I figured they're just going to go home and hide. They're not going to tell the boss, or that was my assumption. But you watch anyway, right? See you next time. Live your life happy, build it beautiful. Drop over into Twitch chat and say hello. Bye-bye.